Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. I'd like to thank for your support and kind encouragement. Today I'll be showing you this beautiful designer blouse, which is so easy for anyone to do it. This horizontal and vertical lines will give nice elevation to your structure. Let us start. Here I'm using the materials Kota cotton and the colors that is there in this floral, that only I am using, that is yellow, black and red. Using the same colors, it will give the elevation to your garment. Measuring tape, ruler, pencil, marker and fusion. Mark a straight line and trim it. Make a notch in the center. Turn it wrong side and the folded side should face to me. I am marking my measurements. The neck width I am taking is 3 inches and the neck deep is 10 inches. I am marking a glass neck blouse. Mark it and join with the ruler to get the straight line. Trim on the marked line. And also mark the armhole and trim off. Here I am using the design that comes in the center of the armhole. You can draw as you like from above or below the armhole. I'll show you how to mark it. From the center of the armhole, mark and make a curve that should touch the center of your back down to 3 inches. These are not the standard measurements. It depends upon the length how much you want to take. I am marking this for the salwar kameez or kurtis just to elevate the bust line. So I am marking from the center of the armhole till the bust line is covered. This can be done for the sari blouse or lehenga blouse. It depends upon the measurements how you want to take. So from the marked line on the top, I am marking 2 inches and join to make a design. Now I marked a design on the fabric. This I'll transform on the fusion. Now trim that one. Make sure that the curves are trimmed properly. This is how it looks. Now I'll lay the red fabric on this and press it with the iron. The shining part should lay on the wrong side of the fabric, and then press it gently. Trim the extra fabric. Now I have made with the skeleton of the design. Now I'll attach the body to it. That means to the edges I'll add piping. For that I'm using this yellow fabric. Trim the fabric of 1.5 inch cross strips, 3 to 4. And I'll also trim the straight vertical lines. For the shoulder straps. These vertical straps I'm taking 1 inch. This takes 4 to 5 strips. Follow the same technique for the black fabric also. That means 3 to 4 cross strips, 4 to 5 vertical strips. This cross strips I am using for the piping, and the vertical strips I am using for the patchwork on the shoulders. Now I'll join the cross strips, laying right on right, making 45 degrees. Join the two sides. That should be on right. Secure with the pins. Join the 3 to 4 strips and then sew on it. I'm changing the footer to do the piping. Now start sewing, attaching the straps, cross straps. This is how it looks. Trim the extra fabric. Now I'll place the cord in the center and start sewing it, slowly adjusting the cord in between the fabric. Sew on it. Follow the same process for the black straps also, and prepare with the piping. Now I'll join this yellow piping to this design. The raw edges should touch each other. Place it right on right. Raw edges should touch each other. Slowly start joining the piping and the design fabric. Make sure that the curves are settled properly. Don't pull the piping or the fabric. This is the nice finishing of the piping to the fabric. Thin piping. The piping will elevate the design structure. Now I'll join the black piping down to the design. Same process. Raw edges should touch each other. Placing right on right and sew it. This is how it shows. Now I laid this design on the fabric. And mark the shoulder straps length. Then I'll attach red piping to the edges of the neck. Lay the straps of two colors one after another. And start sewing it. Join the red piping to the neckline. Same process, right on right. Follow the same process for the next one. Make sure that the raw edges should touch each other right on right. The fabric should be on right and the piping also on right. Secure, overlock it. The design will elevate with this piping, so make sure that the piping is settled well. Now I'll attach this 1-inch strap. Wrong side should be on the top, that means right on right. This should be adjacent to the piping. I suggest you to mark with the marker. Quarter inch inside it and start sewing. Sew it till the armhole center. Lock it. Then again fold inside quarter inch. And sew on it. The patchwork here I am doing is on the right side. Fold it quarter inch inside and sew on the edge. This is how it looks. The thread line will come to the edge. Now place the black fabric onto the yellow thread line so that the thread lines will not be visible. Fold it 1/4 inch inside and sew on the edge. Place the fabric one after another on the thread lines and sew it. Make sure that the straps are overlapped one on another. That means on the thread lines. This is the technique followed by the professionals for the making of the designer wear, which is so expensive. Following these techniques, we can do our own designer wears. Make sure that the strap you are sewing is on wrong side on the top. The right side should be overlapped on the thread line. Follow the same process, overlapping one on another of two different fabrics. Nearly 8 to 9 straps you should sew. It depends upon the length of the shoulder. Please take your time and sew it. For the designer wear preparation, nearly 6 to 8 hours is required. Follow the same technique and join the patchworks to the other shoulder also. Now in the center of the design, I'll make the horizontal lines. That means do the patchwork horizontal lines on the top as usual, piping with the red. Then take the 1-inch straps, overlap one on another, join nearly 8 to 10 straps. This would look like this. Now it's time to join the skeleton of the design to this bodice. Place it secure with the pins. And start sewing adjacent to the yellow and black piping. That means the thread line should be along with the piping line. Make sure that the curves and edges are properly settled. Check with the ruler. Secure with the pins. Then start sewing it. To look more attractive, I'm adding the beads lace to the down to the black piping. Slowly start sewing it. Don't pull the piping or the bodice. Make sure that the curves and edges are properly settled while sewing. Near the curve edges, lift the footer. Let the needle be in. Lift the footer. Turn the design. Secure it. And then start sewing. Now I'll attach this golden beads to this black piping and sew on the edge. Now this is how it looks. To give the design a pretty look, I'll also stick the stone line along with the yellow piping. Adding all this will give you the designer look. Apply the fabric glue, then stick the stone line. Finally, I have done with this designer blouse. This design can be done on any garment: salwar kameez, kurtis, sari blouses, for the back blouse and the lehenga blouses. Those who want to elevate their bust line, they can go for this one. This type of horizontal and vertical lines will give you the nice structure. Hope you all liked it. Please subscribe, share, like and leave your comments. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.